Do you really want true freedom? Just entertain this thought for me just one moment. Imagine what true freedom would actually look like. How I'm imagining it is true freedom means there's no laws, nothing limiting you, nothing limiting anybody else. True freedom to me sounds like anarchy. I can go wherever I want, there's no trespassing because nobody owns land, there's no passports, there's no regulations. I can drink alcohol whatever age I want to. I can use whatever drug I want to. Can you see the consequences of true freedom? True freedom is so radical that you cannot build a society off of true freedom, because every society needs laws and regulations in place. Government is a good thing. Whether you hate it or not, it's a necessary evil, necessary good, because it allows you to regulate things, like regulate when you should drink alcohol. If you don't have any regulation for that, you're gonna have a bunch of people doing DUIs. One thing I've learned about human nature is if you don't put regulation on certain behaviors, people are gonna exploit that to the fullest. And sure, they're gonna do that anyways, but at least we have some criminalization of that activity. Because if we decriminalize all drugs, people are gonna use drugs. They're gonna use them. And you've seen it play out in Oregon. I've seen it play out personally in Oregon. You have a bunch of people that go there just to use the drugs to get high without any consequences. And I've changed my stance on drug legalization over the years. I used to be very liberal about it, where we should all just be able to, do mushrooms, do marijuana, no consequences. Like, what's the big deal? It's just a plant, just part of nature, right? But the thing is even though I might use it responsibly, I cannot expect everybody, every human, to abide by that. And you wouldn't make laws that you wouldn't be okay with other human beings partaking in. So if I allow drugs to be legal, that means I allow everybody to use them however they choose to. And there's consequences with that. Even though I might choose to do it responsibly, other people might not. And how do you regulate that? The easiest way to regulate that is just to ban all the drugs, because people use marijuana for medical marijuana recreationally a lot of times, and there's some issues with how people use different things, how people go about and going through loopholes of certain laws. So this is just something to think about, is if freedom is something that you truly want, or if regulation is actually a good thing. Even COVID-19, how it panned out. People didn't get vaccinated, they didn't wear masks. They cared more about their personal freedoms than they did about the collective health. If I have a virus and if I know I can transmit it to you through just the aerosol, then don't I have a responsibility to wear a mask? You could say it's my freedom to do whatever I want, right? But at what point does your freedom become a cancer to the society? At what point? The right to bear arms, I have a right to own guns, but does that mean I should have a right to own a nuke? There's responsibilities that come with everything. So just think on that.